Welcome back to another Explainer, where today we are diving headfirst into one of the most wildly satisfying revenge stories you will ever come across. We're talking about a guy named Chen Yuan. Around campus, he was literally known as the ultimate bootlicker, you know the type, a guy who bends over backwards for people who couldn't care less about him. But literally overnight, he transforms into an overpowered billionaire mastermind. So let's get right into it. Now, to really appreciate this crazy glow-up, we've got to start at rock bottom. Ask yourself, what would you actually do if a horrible breakup suddenly made you $1 billion? Well, for Chen Yuan, reality was pretty brutal. The guy was living off plain bread, working 4 different jobs, and saving up for 6 entire months just to buy his girlfriend Chu a new phone. And her response to all that effort, she dumps him for a rich guy in a Mercedes, leaving Chen Yuan completely devastated. He actually passes out from the sheer shock and humiliation of it all. But when he wakes up, everything is different. Suddenly, there's this magical, augmented reality interface just floating right in front of his eyes. And that brings us to our first major turning point, the 90 billion system. Okay, so here are the actual rules of the game he's just been forced into. The system drops a staggering 90 billion coins right into his account. But wait, there is a massive catch here. He literally cannot spend a single dime of it on himself. Instead, he has to spend this money exclusively on women with high appearance stats. The ultimate goal? He needs to raise their favorability meter to exactly 95 points. Once he hits that magic number, not only does the target become fiercely loyal to him, but he finally unlocks the real rewards. He gets 10% of whatever he spent returned as real-world cash that he can use on himself. Plus, he earns attribute points to physically upgrade his own strength and agility. It's basically a real-life video game. Talk about the ultimate glow-up, right? Look at the contrast here. You've got old Chen Yuan, weak, broke, mocked by his peers, just constantly pushed around. But then look at new Chen Yuan. The second he finishes his first few targets, he dumps those system points straight into his physical stats. He goes from being a total pushover to an absolute physical powerhouse. Like, we're talking about a guy who can now win fights without even breaking a sweat. It is a complete and total paradigm shift. So, moving right along, let's look at Phase 1. First target, buying loyalty. Chen Yuan obviously needs to test out this new cheat code, so he zeroes in on his first target, Su Leo, a girl totally notorious on campus for being highly materialistic. He takes her straight to a high-end Gucci store. Now, picture this. Everyone else in the store thinks he's a total joke because he's still wearing his worn-out, raggedy clothes. But then, casually, Chen Yuan drops 500,000 credits on a limitless shopping cart just for her. The system just starts dinging like crazy. He is racking up massive favorability points in mere seconds, literally just by swiping a card. And here is where the social dynamic completely flips on its head. While they're in the store, Chen Yuan literally bumps into his ex-girlfriend, Qinyang. Yeah, the same one who just dumped him. She's standing there practically begging her new boyfriend for just one bag, while Chen Yuan is out here buying the entire store for Su Leo. Naturally, Su Leo uses her new VIP status to just completely humiliate Qinyang right there on the showroom floor. She drops this incredibly devastating line. A bag is like a boyfriend. It's good to hold on tightly. Boom. Chunyang is left sitting on the floor in tears, watching the guy she just tossed aside act like a multimillionaire. Which perfectly sets the stage for our next section, Sweet Revenge on the Ex. You see, Chen Yuan realizes he has an incredibly unique opportunity here. He targets Chuang again, but definitely not to win her back. Oh no, he wants to farm her for points. When she reaches out, totally desperate for 50,000 coins to cover her mom's medical bill, Chen Yuan instantly transfers the cash without even blinking. Boom, her favorability hits 95, the system pings, and he unlocks 5,000 in real cash plus 20 physical attribute points. He successfully converts his own heartbreak into a highly profitable asset. He's quite literally weaponizing his past trauma into a high-yield farming simulator. It's kind of genius. But wait, he doesn't stop there. Later on, they have this intense confrontation at a restaurant where Chang's new cheating boyfriend tries to jump Chen Yuan with a glass bottle. Well, thanks to those 20 new strength and agility points he just farmed, Chen Yuan absolutely destroys the guy. He effortlessly dodges the strike and leaves the boyfriend collapsed and foaming at the mouth. As Chang is literally clinging to his leg, begging for a second chance and crying about how he used to carry her for miles or save up for months for her, Chen Yuan just looks down at her with zero emotion and drops this icy line. All those guys are dead. The old Chen Yuan is gone for good. All right, moving on to his biggest challenge yet, winning the untouchable president. Having mastered the basics, Chen Yuan sets his sights on the unattainable campus president, Kiki. She's a piano prodigy, a fencing expert, and she literally doesn't care about money at all. So how on earth do you spend system money on someone who doesn't want it? Well, Chen Yuan finds a loophole. During a live streaming duel where Kiki is losing badly to this arrogant rival streamer named Shami, Chen Yuan logs in under a fake name, and he just completely crashes a server by dropping 10 million coins in digital rockets onto Kiki's stream. It is this insane display of overwhelming financial dominance that instantly secures her victory and leaves the whole platform absolutely speechless. The escalation over the next few days is straight out of a movie. He plays this flawless 3-day-long game. Day 1, he takes her on a humble street food crayfish date, carefully portraying himself as a grounded billionaire who just craves a simple life. Day 2, he defends her in a massive restaurant brawl. And then, by day 3, he takes her to look at a luxury riverside villa. The owner is asking 60 million coins. Chen Yuan doesn't even bother negotiating. He just buys it on a whim, entirely in Kiki's name. Her favorability instantly jumps to 90. He is executing the ultimate power fantasy to absolute perfection. Of course, leveling up this fast paints a massive target on his back, bringing us to crushing rivals and trolls. This is where all those investments into his physical and social stats start paying massive dividends. First, a super jealous track star named Liang challenges him to a sprint. Chen Yuan, using his system-enhanced agility, completely gaps him in just 15 seconds. Then, when violent debt collectors threaten Su Lil over a 15 million coin extortion scheme, Chen Yuan literally uses a cyclone kick to shatter a thug's jaw, sending the whole gang running for the hills. And when online trolls try to ruin his reputation on the school forum by calling him a trash player, his targets, Su Lil, Chung, and Kiki, all instantly rush to his defense online. Even the university president steps in, personally clears his name, and gives him a certificate for positive social contributions. You honestly can't make this stuff up. Now we enter a whole new phase, becoming the ultimate mastermind. Chen Yuan officially stops just spending money and starts playing absolute 40 chess. When his worlds collide and Kiki catches him out on a date with the rival streamer Xiaomi, he's totally backed into a corner. So, what does he do? He invents the family's secret strategy. It's a masterclass in manipulation. He pulls them both aside in secret and tells them he's actually the heir to a massive dynasty. But, he says, to inherit his 50 billion coin fortune, he's illegally required to spend 10 billion coins in a single month. He actually frames all his spending on other women as this huge, burdensome chore he has to do for his family. And you know what? It works perfectly. It locks in their loyalty and actually raises their favorability even higher, because now they think he trusts them with his deepest, darkest secret. At this point, Chen Yuan isn't just out for petty revenge anymore. He is actively managing a full-blown favorability portfolio. Let's look at the stats. He's successfully juggling multiple targets at once. Su Lil and Chu Chuang are completely maxed out at 95, Kiki is sitting pretty at 91, and Xia Yomi is right there at 92. He is keeping all of them in the 90s, harvesting the maximum possible system rewards, generating millions in real-world cash for himself, and stockpiling those attribute points to become borderline superhuman. By this point in the explainer, he is officially untouchable. Just look at a single day in his life now. In the morning, he gets invited into the super exclusive elite billionaire chat group, earning the respect of the city's top tycoons. By the afternoon, he casually orders a 22 million coin LaFerrari, literally just because the dealership happened to be out of Bugattis. And in the evening, the girlfriend of his rival, that track star Liang, approaches him. Her favorability hits 91 just by him standing there and validating her feelings. He completely destroys his rival's life without spending a single coin. It's an absolutely fascinating study in escalation and strategy, right? But it does leave us with a pretty critical thought to end on today. With an ever-growing harem of fiercely loyal targets, intense rivalries brewing in the shadows, and millions upon millions of coins flowing daily through this system, we really have to ask, as this massive web of lies and immense wealth continues to expand, just how long can Chen Yuan keep this ultimate cheat code a secret? Seriously, how long until these colliding worlds finally explode? It is a giant house of cards built on a 90 billion coin foundation, and whenever it falls, the fallout is bound to be absolutely spectacular. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you guys on the next deep dive.